Oh, wow. Well, here it is, the main scam project.
Whoa.
The tallest building in Canggu is about to go up.
Unbelievable.
When did you even have time to do all this?
Listen, it's a real warehouse, a proper one. Rooftop infinity pool. In person, it actually feels cozier, doesn't it?
More interesting too. We'll try to ask some random residents what they think.
It's like, with our construction, all the warehouses are still empty, you know?
Everything is set up by the machines. What exactly is going on here? Tell me, please.
This is Pandawa, one of our small complexes with 40 units.
And when did construction start on it?
Also
This year? Wow, that's crazy.
Well, yeah, Yura, we don't usually sell this kind of thing, but look at that view.
There's even, a partial view. Are you planning to have a little restaurant?
Under batik.
Nice, listen, that's awesome. Look. Rooftop. Pool. Infinity. Stretching out to the horizon with an ocean view. And the restaurant will also have a view, of course, right here. So, besides the ones for...
Are there still units for 120,000? We used to sell them for 88, for 90.
Yes, again, there are units for 120,000. I'm sure there are some with a view. Here, again, you can see that strip. Here,
just a regular complex, nothing supernatural, but it turns out beautiful. The funniest thing is, you have to agree, when we look at projects together, they never look as cool in the renderings as they do in real life.
Yeah, I think...
One of the features of our company, like LOYO, for example, right?
Yes.
Renderings in real life somehow feel even cozier, don't they? More.
Interesting, 100%.
So, according to our plan, it's the first or second quarter of 26. We've realized that 2 years is a normal time frame for complexes. For a large one, it's 3 years.
Yes.
Of course, we could potentially but we try to do everything to finish ahead of schedule. With our clients, if there are any delays, we don't take money, we don't pressure anyone. We handle the situation reasonably and adjust as needed.
Yes.
We have very few clients, less than 5%, who want to back out of Yunveli or decide to withdraw. In fact, even the timelines that we are presenting are still considered to be quite reasonable.
Yes.
110,000 for such a boutique complex which will have a pool and a restaurant. So right now, we are, about how far? In kilometers? About 500 meters from it, right? From here, it's about 500 meters plus or minus. We can't check the exact distance right now. What kind of view will there be? Do you understand?
Wow. And about the apartment?
Right here, where you're standing, the apartment on the 3rd floor will have a view that's 500 meters closer. You see? That's why, yes, but we always try to keep that in mind. And here, for example, the pre-sale price was 85,000.
Yes, for 40.
Square meter apartment, that's 2. Yes, that's it. On the pre-hold, that's 2. Oh, by the way, regarding the villas, you can see it.
Oh, as for the downside, 200
Per square meter.
You can buy...
Something like that if you wait another 6 months? Well, honestly, I think you can.
To get together, I also really like specifically what you did with Pandawa. Right now, overall, there aren't many options here. Really not many on the Bukit, right? Your projects will be completed earlier than other developers, so you'll start getting returns faster. That's the second point.
So Pandawa Dreams will be delivered, yes, like that. It's the first complex of this size, apartments on Pandawa Beach. Well, it'll be the first one. Well, it really will be the first one.
Well, yes, we will.
We'll show it's unlikely.
That anyone else will. Oh.
I mean, again, there's always a chance, like you said. That is right now. There's always a chance. $10,000. It's going to be really cool here. And actually, the parking is beautiful. You can show a picture. It's in the German style and the whole complex too. So look here. I don't think many complexes have parking like this. Usually, what do they do for such complexes? Honestly, they just leave a driveway and people park however they want. Here, there will be underground parking because we're aiming for people to rent monthly. Yes. Well, you've seen the view. It kind of feels like these are cheap units. As if we originally put them out at a low price. Why? Because the market misunderstood this project. Only now do we realize, thanks to one blogger, we understood that it really is valuable. But it does have value. Again, we lowered its value. We sold everything off quickly, and that's it. So there are still villas available. $350,000. If anyone wants to take these villas, all 3 types are vacant. Yes. $350,000. Negotiations are possible. We can do it for 40 to 50 years because the land here is freehold.
Here, it's freehold land. Accordingly,
the villas come with a restaurant and parking. Well, it's kind of like...
Yeah. And of course, having parking makes sense. Because damn, your bike is always out in the sun. The bikes sit there and get hot. Then it's not very comfortable to get on. So...
Very few people have something like this. Yeah, that's true. That's true. So this project is pretty cool. Look, there are units available for resale. I think even on resale, those who bought for 8 are now ready to sell for 100 to 120. So like you can also, it's a super reasonable
Price, considering its leasehold. Again, what is it here, right? It's above market price.
Yeah.
And the stage of completion. You'll be earning rental income in the near future.
The sales department of LOYO and Bondar has prepared the 3 most advantageous offers of this month. The best prices, updated promotions, and exclusive special offers are gathered in one presentation. Find out where to invest this month for maximum benefit for yourself or your clients. Scan the QR code on the screen and follow the link in the description. And in just 5 minutes, the top 3 offers will be in your hands. LOYO and Bondar, your best investment solutions.
Vadim will tell another story. It's cool that we touched on this while we were walking around. Vad, here it's gradually, well, I mean, in some ways, how are you going to handle it? We have our work plan distributed. So whoever finishes the shell moves on to another project. Of course. So this is the story that, how does that work?
For instance, right now, yeah? For example, we currently have a team of about 20 people working on laying external and engineering networks. And right now they're sweating it out over there. Like, damn, we're almost done. You finish up. Where do we go next? Everything's fine. Everything's planned out. You move on to the next site. Everything is scheduled for us. Yes. So it's not like we have, I don't know, 100 plumbers. No. We have a certain number of them and they constantly move from site to site according to the schedule. This schedule is drawn up based on all the sites.
Yes.
So for every week of any given month, each individual crew knows exactly where they are supposed to be going.
We even have an order of crews for underloading.
Yes.
Well, for example, the engineers or some of the finishers, they say, we'll come here in 6 months, for instance. Like, for example, at Pandawa Hills. Yes. So what are we supposed to do now? I mean, right now, we're heading to a completed site from the guys. Juvilos. There are 2 lines. The second one, as far as I know, is also already being rented out.
Yes. The second one is under the company's management.
Forçay. Yes, we gave the second one to Forçay. They gave it to Forçay, the second stage. Look, compare. And if the experience is good, we will not continue further. Yes, we are open. We have a question.
Collaborate, unite. But that's why we decided, so Juvilos 2, we'll try it out and see how it goes.
Here is Juvilos. There are 2 phases here. The second phase, guys, as we've already discussed, was given to Foresight to observe and test, to let the company manage it because there might be collaboration on other projects in the future. And this phase is already being rented out starting from March. And on average right now, Vadim showed me, the occupancy here is over 80%. And the average IDR is 2 million rubles.
Yes.
2 million rubles, 81.
% occupancy, that was as of July 22nd.
Yes, by the end
Of the month, the goal is 95.
150,000 people have visited. You can resell. A unit for your 150, for your 200. We also sell to him for 250. There are markets for that, right? 250. He's at 250. Even for 250, that's $2,500 for a finished unit.
Yes.
Come on, guys, just find it. I mean, for a good finished unit, 2.5. Who is ready to sell for 2,500 per square? No, I don't think so. Breck, you were selling something for 2,600, 2,700 finished units.
Now we'll try to ask some random residents for their opinion and just honestly how they feel, because right now I'm telling you everything's great, right? Beautiful. Awesome. Well, damn, okay. What do you think about this townhouse?
Yeah, it's very good. We rented it like a couple of days before, and we saw it on Booking.
Yeah.
I think, and it's very good.
For
Very
this
nice.
money,
Yeah.
daily rent, it's absolutely.
Yeah, it's fabulous. Yeah,
It's
very
fabulous,
good.
right?
Yeah. Yes,
And
I
you
love it.
and you also have ocean view, right, from second floor.
We have the ocean view, so it looks very good.
Yes, and about quality inside. What do you think? It's good.
yeah, it's good. Yeah. It's
Sorry, where are you from?
from Holland.
From Holland.
Yeah, yeah.
And if we talk about the difference between Holland and Indonesia, inside our
It looks very good.
Looks very good.
We love like a good home.
Yeah.
That it looks good, very good. We also have a nice home.
yeah.
At home. I don't
Okay.
know. And it looks it's like luxury.
Yeah,
It's
and
good.
and how many days you have planned to stay here?
Tonight will be the last night.
Yes.
And we will leave tomorrow to Lombok. So yeah.
3 days here,
I thought we have 4 or 5 nights.
4 or 5 nights.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you
Okay.
so much for your
You're
time.
welcome. Okay. Right.
Here is a person saying he stayed here for 5 nights. Then they're heading to Lombok But even compared to Holland, where he's originally from, he says the finish is superb, everything is high quality. He says it feels luxurious. Guys, it cost 150,000 at the start. You get it? People say it feels like luxury.
This tuck usually does this for... Now we also
Put up pictures, and sometimes they fill the pools with flowers. Here you can. Well, I mean, let's
do it this way. It's kind of like a special feature. Like when I checked into Orion, they did it at that time. Yeah, they usually do this in that space. But not every place does it.
But absolutely not all of them. Absolutely not all of them. And just here, honestly, my first reaction when I came to Juvilos was that there was nothing for the eye to catch on in a bad way because, well, developers in Bali have trained us. When you walk into finished properties, you always try to spot some flaws. But really, there aren't even any crooked joints or anything like that. Nothing is leaking. The ceilings aren't leaking. No yellow stains anywhere. At this stage, there aren't any, even though the complex has been rented out for several months. That's great, because this standard of construction in this format probably hasn't existed in Bali in this segment, especially for this price. Overall, it's a very attractive option for short-term rental. And as Vadim said, even with annual rental here, you get about 11% ROI.
There's already a case like that in the neighboring villa.
So by getting into a project like this at the start, I'm not talking exclusively about LOYO BONDAR right now. If you're lucky enough to find something similar, you can count on the numbers everyone is talking about. 10% plus ROI, even with annual rentals.
We went ahead and put expensive sofas in here. Is that necessary? No.
Especially for rentals?
For rentals. For short-term rentals, no, not at all. You see what I mean? But clients say, why? Exactly.
Put them in.
Put in that $2,000 sofa, and will anything change? No. It will cost $2,000, and you'll have to charge for it.
Yes. In our business, security service works with us. You know, from the main security service, some kind of serious security service. All the properties are under security. All the properties are under round-the-clock security. So also in the NOCAT, we try and will continue to try our best to maintain this security arrangement because many villas somehow know what it's like without security. Are most of the villas like that? And the guards there, Bolan income. We try not to cut security services because we believe it's necessary. So we are gradually trying to preserve this whole arrangement.
So, to provide round-the-clock security, again, according to Hungarian standards, you need 5 people. To have security 24/7, 365 days a year.
About 70, right? 80 people.
Count how many we have. 14 properties times 5 people. Yes, that's 70 people.
7 people, and that's just the security service. New complexes are being launched according to the preservation rule. This rule is also connected to the fact that the crime rate is going down. In recent years, it used to be higher, because many people hire security guards in this format. Another very important point is that a lot is being done within the Indonesian market in Bali. When you have this kind of security service protecting you, you won't get robbed. Simply because absolutely everyone knows. Plus, we always want our investors to be protected and the people who come here to be safe, because after all, any negative impression matters. It's important for us. We currently have good ratings on Booking.com. Vadim will tell you it's 9.2, so we have 9.4.
On Booking.com, our current ratings are Jungle 9.3, Low 9.2, Jungle 9.7.
Man, I really like Jungle, to be honest. We
Keep it no lower than 9. Why is that? The reason is because when there's a filter on Booking.com and when people are actually ready to pay their money and want to rent some really good accommodation, they will almost always set that filter to 9+. So you have to be in that niche. For us, this is a very, very strict issue. We monitor all these reviews to make sure we always stay above 9.
The first
Floor will be a salad bar. Wow, when did you even manage to do all this?
It's a mix of Mediterranean and Asian cuisine.
On the 3rd floor, there will be a hookah and grill bar.
Unbelievable. The guys are already opening their own venues here. And as Vadim said, this will be a training ground. And it will be a
Camp for all our restaurants.
Yes, because of course, the guys have complexes with large infrastructure. There will be cafes and restaurants there. And so, to make sure the guys are prepared, apparently they're opening a location. Listen, I also wanted to talk about the management side. You mentioned the restaurant, or rather the cafe, that you're currently setting up next to the office. So this will be like a kind of testing ground for your future ones? And do you have
It remains essentially the same.
kind of set up at your current sites for the management company, right? So do they also train there? Well, they've already
Trained. They've already worked, aren't you?
I'm a little bit afraid that, there will be this sudden jump in volume later on.
A much bigger one, way bigger. Not 10? Look. Right now it's 30. Right now it's 30. Yes. By the end of the year it'll be 100. Yes. Next year, there will be another 100 added. Yes. It's gradual. Gradual overall.
It's like construction sites. I mean, we went through exactly the same process with construction sites. We grew little by little, step by step. And now, for example, you bring in 10 or 20 new people and you put one of your original workers in charge of them. He becomes the foreman and gives them instructions. And now you supervise less. Not like before when you controlled every step. And now you supervise less because the person you trained is already passing on the knowledge he received, the requirements that exist in our company.
Hey, that's great. I really want to believe that your management company will provide a very high quality service.
Basically lounges and
Bash. Ah, yes. Look, this is a Lysica.
a real invisition.
LB Laundry. Well, this is not a random space where we were invited. Here you go, LB Laundry, please.
But it didn't rise there.
Do you work in the laundries? LOYO BONDAR? LOYO BONDAR. Yes. Okay. Okay. This is true. This is true. This is your laundry where you, for example, from the same, I don't know, Milas from Uvils will bring things to wash, right?
I'll tell you more. I don't know. Maybe you can check the shot to see whether to cut it or not. Even Foresight is reaching out to us now, and we're going to do laundry for Foresight.
Well,
Okay, nobody else has a laundry. Maybe we, again, you see, we're asking about the volume because for this volume it's needed. Since we're always trying, our goal is for 85% of the entire organizational process to be ours.
Yes.
That's really cool. And
An optimization of expenses.
before we move on, when we set things up, we want the tourism business to be ours as well. So when a person comes, they should immediately, like, for example, Ubud, those who are watching Ubud, you sell Ubud, right? So Loya, Jungle, and Ubud Dream will be filled, I'd say 90% by residents of the complexes in Bukit. Well, it's logical. There will be about 15,000 people visiting these complexes together. Everyone who comes through this will give them, say, a 20% discount on accommodation in Ubud. Well, even among them, what kind of
Program. So we'll be moving people through all the upgrades. You even thought about that. One of the biggest problems, in Bali, is that when you send your things to the laundry, you kind of mentally, well, that's it.
Yeah, you say goodbye to them. It's true. It's true. Yeah. Especially if it's light-colored clothes, they come back with stains.
As of today, for both guests and in our own language, we have
tea. So you give us one and we return 2 t-shirts to you. Like,
LOYO Bonza.
Technology 2. The remaining equipment, we have 7 of our own excavators, and 4 of these a truck, and 8 of these small ones. This is all our equipment.
Yeah. Listen, well, the warehouse is a real warehouse. Again, same?
This is a transfer base. That is, something comes here and the building is already moving away. Yeah. Look, why?
this is needed, I'll tell you.
Look, this
This is about timing. Here's the thing. Let's say you have to hand over an apartment on June 1st and you need to buy a kitchen. What are you going to do? You'll buy the kitchen, but where will you store it? Obviously, you won't be able to store it. You might say, let me rent the apartment out and you deliver it. But then your deadlines get pushed 6 months ahead and the prices, they'll tell you, if you do it this way, we'll work more slowly and the prices will be higher. We say right away, 60 kitchens at once, you know? Plus, everything big that comes from China, we store it all together. You see, this is the smallest warehouse, and that way we reduce costs because you can save up to 30% on all kinds of purchases. And accordingly, the deadlines, we were able to keep to the deadlines largely because of this. Because with every little thing, you might think you're almost done, but then you need to order doors, right? They tell you, so you say, come on, how long will it take you to make them? And they say, 30 days. You have 4 villas, you need to get it done, and they say 30 days. Then they say, no, 4 months. And I'm like, damn, how is it 4 months? And to me,
handed in 2. Yes.
and that's it. And then after 4 months, they say, damn, we received a big order, we won't hand over, well, in short, the warehouses.
Basically, as long as you don't have hidden mount doors yet, even if they're ready, you can't paint the whole wall, you can't paint the wall, you can't install the fixtures, for example, the final plumbing and electrical, you can't install the trim, so basically all your processes come to a halt because you just did things ahead of time. But here,
would you say that your volume forces you to buy warehouses and set up your own production there and so on? Or does it work the other way around? Look, also,
once again, we're builders, right? From the very beginning, we've been in construction for 20 years. We understand all these processes. You know, we didn't just come into this for the first time to try things out. We're not practicing on something. We know things step by step. Everything is a 10 out of 10.
You sit there and calculate, say, your windows cost you, roughly speaking, $1 million, right? Okay, but if you set up a factory and make the windows yourself, it'll cost you either the same million or maybe 800,000, half a million, but you'll also be left with an entire factory, you see? Exactly.
For example, Millister. The windows for Millister cost us $500,000, well, 501,000. An identical order in Jakarta with the same double-glazed units and good profiles was 980,000, the lowest price we could find. But
We still have the factory left, meaning what does that mean for the factory? So this way we've reached the point where we have a very good volume, we can build and sustain it.
140 bikes and 5 cars as of today.
Here,
This is the main equipment office, and it serves as the base of operations for the professional staff who handle all of the procurement activities and also oversee the complex logistics involved.
Listen, this is actually so cool because I really miss these kinds of developer spaces where you can come in and show what's really happening behind the scenes at the construction site where everything is actually stored.
this is a day off. You yourself asked to film on Saturday.
No, really, it's Saturday. Today is Saturday. Yes, it's actually a day off. People aren't working. In short, I believe that people do have work days here, but the most important thing is that you have warehouses. Because even with the story about the kitchens, as you mentioned, I know major developers, those that many call the top 3, top 4, top 5 on the island, however you conveniently label them, who don't have warehouses and they're forced to coordinate the stages with extreme precision. That's just impossible. I mean,
You'll never be able to meet the deadlines in your life. So what do we have as of today? We completed 4 complexes on time. The 5th is being delivered on time, empty, with more units than before, on schedule.
right, you're supposed to have the handover in August, correct?
August plus 4 months.
Plus 4 months, so you have a buffer, right? Okay.
So actually, look, we encourage this, but agents just don't take advantage of it. You can always bring investors to visit the open warehouses, meaning they can choose, come over, see the volume, take a look, see for themselves. We will...
Go to Ixtochenka and show them. We'll show them. By the end of the month, Shura will be ready.
Yes.
We've arrived at a bigger warehouse now, unlike the previous one. Go ahead and take a look. Right now, it's actually not even half full, one could almost say, if you look at it from this particular angle.
Well, everything was here, but it's all been shipped out. Now we're waiting for the next load to arrive.
Well, infrastructure facilities like these help the guys lower their costs and, of course, make everything more efficient, because when your site is close to the warehouse, you can easily store everything here, transport it from here, and again, you don't have to guess 100% about the timing. Ovens, air conditioners,
Here, we can see the chairs.
tables,
This is
kind of with our...
Construction, all the warehouses are still empty, you know, like
Yeah, you can.
Portavu dream. Everything here will smell new.
well, as for me,
I swear, I haven't seen anything like this at any developer's site in Bali, not a single one, not at all. Here's a mattress.
Here's a couch.
the 2nd and 3rd are coming up as a joke.
We're investing in the future right now, so we can still take on more construction, more projects, and it'll be even more profitable if we order, say, 200 chairs at a time, 200 of each. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Just so you understand, friends, how this developer thinks, what guides their decisions. There are warehouses, there are production facilities. How many do we have?
4 warehouses?
4 warehouses on the island of Bali. That's cool. I don't know, things like this really surprise me, even though in any other developed, civilized and established markets, this would be absolutely normal. Well, it's...
No, it's like, no, let's put it this way. Even we, as industry leaders, still have room to grow. In that sense, we're still like kindergarten. You say, how are we doing in this area? Well, we're like kindergarten. Bring in any major developer, they'll say, someone from Dubai comes over and they're like, well, what can I say? No, they said in the sports area. Well, that's cool. It's a pity, but how do you manage like this? Is it really that bad for you? That's how it is.
Nevertheless, for Bali, this is a high level, no matter how you look at it. For Bali, in the current reality, this is a high level. Not all developers, far from all, have even a single warehouse, and you have 4. So let's keep going. I hope you're still interested, because I'm gradually getting answers to many questions. And you know, I'm starting to understand that LOYO and Bondar are not some kind of pyramid scheme that's going to disappear in the next few months, as many people keep predicting for some reason. There's just no such story here. Now,
All right, guys,
of course, you're showing a high level, you really are.
Well, so this is basically the main scuff, the project, and you're standing right next to it
14.
for months now.
Listen, the security here, seriously guys, look at this, damn. I've never seen security guards like this at any site before. I've seen the usual ones with security written on their t-shirts, but these guys have vests, radios, masks.
Here it is.
14?
Look, Dan, it has been 14 months already.
14 months. It's important that you understand, our dear viewers, what we are actually seeing here right now. This was built completely from scratch, all in just 14 months. And as a result, these are no longer just some imaginary villas on a blueprint.
Well, tell us your impression. Have you been here?
Listen, I haven't been to a finished one yet. I haven't seen it at this stage yet. I was at the site, and I remember it very clearly. We used to come in from that side, the car would drive in, and I always got the entrance wrong, not even knowing where it was happening. We would drive onto an empty lot, just fields, no idea what would be here, and now, look, almost a whole city has sprung up.
14 months. Well, let's be honest, this kind of thing shouldn't be completed in 14 months. You can't finish it in 14 months. You know, there are a lot of developers who, well, honestly... Vasya gets scolded by Vasily Nikolaevich Tanosmat because, well, to make this get done in 14 months... Well, you know, we really made a mistake by announcing those deadlines. Yeah. See, we announced those deadlines, and now we have to answer for them, you know? Although anywhere else, you could have said, not 12 months, but 18 months. That's true. A complex like this in 18 months would have been good too.
100%.
3 minutes to drive, 2 minutes to drive. So this is truly a super strategic location. And from the start, I won't hide why this complex gained such a reputation for success. Well, it's because right across the road, there's the Blue Park under construction. Yeah, a huge cluster with lots of infrastructure. And it's important to understand, you can just freely walk into a cafe or some hall or the gym over there, living here.
180,000, did you see? 180,000.
Malasti, yeah, it's 2 minutes to Malasti Beach. 180,000. Yeah. Now,
The market price for a Nakatlavani is 330,000. You have to admit, it's something to think about.
330, 50.
Nakatlavani, 3,000 each square meter, 102 square meters.
Yeah.
How much? 3. 2,800, 2,500 is very little. Let's say 300.
300. 300,000, that's what it'll be. That's not 180. So, to sum up, we looked at the LOYO BONDAR projects in Bukit. And now the entire Malasti area is actively under construction. Honestly, I'm truly shocked. It has only been 14 months from literally nothing to the result we see before us now. The first phase is about to be put up for rent. And this brings us to the question, do LOYO BONDAR actually fulfill their obligations? Do they really deliver their projects on time? My goal is for you to draw your own conclusions as you watch this video, while I am here to simply present you with the clear and objective picture of what happened. There is construction going on here, there are workers present, and even though it's Saturday and technically a day off, everything is still actively progressing. And pay attention, this is also a very important indicator, just how clean the construction site is. Have you seen many construction sites in Bali that are this clean? Vadim told me, as we were walking here, that they have several people whose job is to make sure the site is clean every day. They simply come in and clean up at the construction site. Do you understand? Well, I have no questions about how reliably this developer has proven themselves in Bukit. Let's take a look at other locations to see how things are going there. For you, it was just a second. For us, it was an hour, but thank God we've all made it and we're now in Canggu. This is the busiest street, basically the shortcut that you can find here. There are lots of offices, buildings, and commercial spaces. And the guys decided to open their office right here in this super busy spot. Now,
All agents and all clients can come visit us in Canggu. So the office will be a place to come, meet, and connect in Canggu as if it's become even closer. LOYO BONDAR will be even closer to everyone. I know everyone's already in Canggu, so come by. And we're heading further to Ixo Canggu.
we've literally driven just 3 minutes from the office, guys. And right now we are at the Ixo Canggu project. It's an apartment complex, and there are also villas here that, as you can see, are actively under construction. And the completion is already planned for this year. You just can't see it from here, maybe in the general plan. Some of the buildings, yes, are packed really tightly, but in reality we are right in the center of Canggu. And here, all the restaurants, all the cafes, all the venues, they're all right on this street.
There's a small house, a place for barbecues, a large spacious living room, a closet for storing suitcases.
These are the parking areas. The first floor is for parking.
Just take a look at the scale, wow.
Control the water supply.
This is already, you see, more complex engineering solutions. Well, you see, they're not exaggerating my expectations. They look
Just like in the renderings. They look just like in the renderings. They look exactly as advertised. Nothing was made up. What else can I say, friends? Awesome. So,
This is ready, Yun. In
general, for renting out, it's a super convenient option. It seems like the most
tall building in Canggu is about to be built.
wow, that's something.
Well, I suppose in a certain sense it is.
Well,
Hey, come here.
but honestly, it doesn't even seem that big, damn.
Oh, let's plug the hole with bubbles. And the pool.
It's so huge, Yun.
Wow.
Look, Pookie, look. This is just awesome. There will be parties here. The bar will be for parties. Yeah. Look at this pool. Breaking you. And we'll do the same. So you'll have a cam, which means it'll be really cool in Bali. That's cool, kind of.
I tried to negotiate for this road to connect it, but they refused. And we tried from that side, from the green area, to connect it, $2 million. They were quoted an Indonesian price
For
for the Greenland. All right, let's go.
friends, we finally arrived at the very factory that developer LOYO BONDAR told us about so enthusiastically. As we can see, everything here is real. They actually produce windows and doors. With me now is Andre, who manages this whole workshop, you could say. Well, you could
say that.
Andre, could you please tell us what's happening here? How long ago did you open this place? And what are your current capacities?
Well, we opened about a year ago. At first, equipment started arriving gradually. We ordered profiles, hardware, and slowly set everything up and got it running. We basically launched in November of last year.
And now, in general, are you already actively getting orders from different developers?
Yes, of course. We glaze our own villas.
I see.
And in addition, for sales, we specifically order profile stock so that it's always available.
Got it.
And that helps minimize production times as much as possible. And since our production is right here, not in China like everyone else orders from, we're very flexible because of that. We can always change the size if something's not right, find a compromise, redo something. It's all much easier than ordering new products from China.
Yes, I completely agree. Thank you for that. But look, Vadim and Philip themselves often mention, even in this video, that you guys actually have more than enough capacity to handle an even greater volume than what you are currently doing. Is that true, or are you overloaded with work and not getting any rest? And overall, of course,
Right now we are in the process of thoroughly training all of the staff, first of all, and as for our current workload, well, let's just say it's sitting at approximately 40%.
of the potential maximum that could be achieved, right?
That's the current workload in the atmosphere if we're talking about 2 shifts.
Naturally, there are still more advantages, more pluses.
There are pluses, that's impressive.
Around the corner, you can see there are 60 tons of Chinese aluminum lying there.
Yeah, and here we have everything laid out, everything sorted.
Let's go. Let's talk in detail about the machines. Tell us what's going on here. This is the most technologically advanced production in Bali.
Of course,
Yes,
there aren't even any alternatives here.
there really are no alternatives.
Listen,
That's cool. Here,
the frame is already in its final construction. When everything has been cut, assembled, the double glazed unit is ready, we insert it,
amazing. Production starts with,
cutting the aluminum. The main saw is automatic.
wow. Doesn't look like a scam so far.
So we prepare the profiles, lay them out, and cut them. Yeah,
It's just damn. Look, compare the situation. Why would a developer who has long-term plans here on Ostrov Bali, who is tying their life to this place, why would they work like this without even buying the production facility? That I could still understand. But here, damn, everything is real, unfortunately, as much as I wish it weren't. Everything is real. People are working. There are machines. And it seems to me, as you rightly said, there probably aren't even any alternatives on Bali. Well,
not even close.
just imagine the level we're at here now, yeah, in terms of development. Nevertheless, the company LOYO BONDAR, you can see everything for yourselves.
And this,
This is what's here.
here we have kind of semi-assembled waste, all sorts of different things. We have machines, milling, CNC. The program is entered completely. Any shape you want, roses, anything at all, can be milled. Well, that's for armrests, for everything else.
Beautiful.
Yeah, everything is fully automated.
Why do you think they even bothered with this kind of production? Why is it needed? Well, some people build without it. Well,
Of course they do. Of course they do, but first of all, the quality is high. Because local production here is all single pane glass. We'll see later there's an automated line for producing double glazing insulated glass units. There are no insulated glass units here at all, even though it seems like it's hot here, right? Double glazing is much better at dealing with the heat, so we use, well, what's left over now. Special sun protection glass, it's like a mirror. It's transparent when you look through it. Well, there are a few different types of glass. It darkens things a little, but the main thing is that it reflects the sun's heat.
Damn, that's powerful. Powerful, what can I say? Well,
all right, let me start it up right now. I've got the program loaded.
Unbelievable. Amazing, that's really cool.
You have calculated that if we purchase everything and do the work ourselves in a single year, it would cost us about half as much, and as an added bonus, we would also break even within that year.
100%. 100%. Very reasonable. Just so you understand, opening this production facility isn't some kind of showy luxury, like, look at us, we're cool. Like, look at, but the guys just did the math. The financial model didn't add up before. Now, when they're doing it themselves, they realize that in a year, this whole production can pay off. That's it, awesome. It's just logic and it worked out.
For 2,000 days now, in the morning, we've already launched production ourselves. We don't have to wait for anyone. That's why the result you saw at Mileshka is because we have our own production facilities and capacities for many positions. It
cost about $1 million overall to set up this production. Just so you understand, which other developers in Bali are still investing that kind of money into their own facilities in order to, or rather to optimize expenses, and as a result, offer investors the most attractive prices. That's why LOYO has such a cost price. Damn, there's nothing like that in Bali. It's amazing. Honestly, besides the fact that the LOYO bond company deserves the highest respect, I'd like to add that personally. But just think about what a person is capable of. Just think about it. All of this, we came up with it. Not me personally, but people have automated everything to such an extent that human involvement is minimal. And here, it doesn't matter who your worker is, Indonesian or anyone else. Minimal involvement, minimal error. The guys do everything automatically. It's still not like socks, though. Well, so friends, we've spent a full eventful day with the LOYO Bondar company.
We do awesome launches. We're among the first to launch projects in different districts. That's why I think this video isn't just a response to certain agents, but in some way it's an answer to the entire market. And I think that over the next year, this video will also be one of our most viewed videos, which you can watch and refer to. And to you, I'll say, reach out to Daniil, to the ROS agency, because they are our partners, our good friends. Thank you for stopping by.
LOYO Bondar, definitely a few times. Tested and proven. Well, friends, we've made it to Ubud, where the guys also have completed projects and some that are actively under construction, like this Ubud trim, for example. I can't even remember them all, because we already have so many projects. We're located almost in the center of Ubud. The entrance is literally just behind the wall here. There's a very famous cafe here, and
it's known as an artist's hangout.
Just take a look at the results, at what's already here now. Yeah, how many, right?
Yes, we'll get started.
But only recently. Yeah,
I would.
But only recently.
No, wait, we're already starting this year. Yes, this year. After the rainy season. Yeah, the rainy season just ended. March.
It's July now. Yeah, that's 5 months. Since the announcement started, yeah, the announcement was back then. And if we look at the construction, what we're seeing now, how long did that take?
We don't know how. Well, very quickly.
I can tell you guys that it was very fast because we have several investors here who bought into this project. And of course, no one expected such a pace. It's really, really fast here. Speedy.
Oh, in April. They started in April. At the end of April. Yeah, but well...
There are 42 units here. I said that's quite a few units. You see, the roads are wide, so it's going to be really cool to play here. There will also be commercial space with a shopping center here. It'll probably be yeah, so with the commercial...
Building will block off the road so there won't be any noise. Here.
A 3-story shopping center. Today, this will be the biggest shopping center.
Wow. So this will be another major infrastructure point within the complex.
Cool.
Cool. And damn, it's really fast. final site for today. This is Jungle Flower. It's already finished. It's being actively rented out. There's also a place here called Kampeshka, which we've been told is really tasty. We'll check it out. I don't know how objective I'll be in judging this food because honestly, I haven't eaten all day. But this villa, I think, is going to pleasantly surprise you now. The guys already have a completed complex, which we...
For the investor, right? Kind of like
the previous one. It's in a similar style?
just larger in scale.
Yeah.
The same amount of land, but there are 5 units there here.
And right here is what it's famous for.
Yeah, of course, the rice fields, these incredible views. And here you really feel the spaciousness in that sense. That's what I like about this complex. It's very secluded, right in season. The rice paddies?
Now turned green and beautiful.
Beautiful, yes.
We should film it, show it. Actually, the name Jando Flula, I think you understand why. So we're heading straight there. It's really cool, authentic, lots of greenery. A short-term rental for tourists. People come here with pleasure. It attracts them. In the evening, it's just amazing, really. This is like a fairy tale. This is real beauty. They opened a wine room here. Well, kind of. A signature concert hall of the complex. I'll say it again. People come here.
For the nature.
I'll repeat, for a short-term tourist, it's fantastic. Listen.
That's exactly what people come here for.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. It's just pure pleasure. It's just an absolute delight, really. Just to the point that the guys have something completed, right? So, this completed project, Jando Flaula, is one of only 2 in Ubud as of today. A perfect moment to wrap up this episode. Again, people bought in at the very start, I remember.
150 for a 1-bedroom, 250 for a 1-bedroom.
Awesome.
Awesome. Listen, we've shown everything today.
We've shown absolutely everything. And even more. I think you really don't need to know this much about the company LOYO BONDAR. But now I'm sure there won't be any doubts about this company's capabilities, and that the guys here are definitely solid here for the long haul and for a long time to come. So all that's left for us is to follow how things develop. We'll see what new complexes this developer will be launching, and I'm sure they'll be completed. Because seriously, the project was announced just 3 months ago, and now the building frame is already up. How is that even possible? Well, we've shown you. The production, the factories, everything is done this way. Thank you, Vadim.
Thank you, Vadim.